How's it going, everybody? Shinigami I'm here to bring you a One Piece chapter review. And luckily, Oda has given us the grace of God to bless us with some more content. Now, this is a little bit shorter than last week, but I feel like it's not the worst. We're going to go ahead and move on immediately and see what is doing the due diligence. So, in the first page, we got Yamato with, oh yeah, that dude's wife. Sorry, I'm blanking out right now. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit buzzed, so it won't work out the best in me describing some of the stuff. But Okiku, no, not Okiku. God fucking damn it. Anyways, yeah, this dude's wife, and also the samurai or the sumo wrestler that was in that fought against Luffy. He's there as well. But main thing that I wanted to get across here, we get a panel covering Vivi's disappearance and also the death of said Alabasta Kingdom's king. Meanwhile, you have Vegapunk telling the world, I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart, as there is something else I must confess. My goal was always to create an energy source to fuel society's development, and while it remains unfinished, my research culminated in the Mother Flame. Its power has many practical uses, and I am certain that one day the undying energy can be harnessed and to ensure the entire world lives in abundance. This breakthrough is marred, however, as a small fragment of the flame. This breakthrough is marred, however, as a small fragment of the flame was stolen. I take responsibility for the unfortunate events, and again, we see some Cypher Pool agents and other things like that that are being attacked, but also the cloud being not able to generate properly. Continue from there. Also, you got Edison and Stussy talking about, another monstrous elder must be heading up. Stussy, get yourself out of here. Continuation. She is very much conflicted. Stussy and Edison just keep saying, Edison, is it okay if I let Kaku go free? Sorry, Stussy says that. I don't want him to suffer the consequences of this. Don't worry. I will let him go after the Straw Hats. I don't think pursuing them will be his priority anyways. And continuing on, you see Edison there in pain. Understood, Stussy. I'm sorry for putting you all through this. It didn't occur to me that y'all were friends. And forgive me for making you turn against them. And we get a very deep-seated pain in Kaku that I think definitely turns the tides for him. I don't think he wants to pursue the same way that Lucci was. He's definitely having a lot more empathy for Stussy and the events that have transpired. I think he just wants to go back to Galileo and reunite with Iceberg, just build beautiful ships and have a nice living. He doesn't want to be doing all of this assassin shit. He doesn't want to be undercover. I think he would just much rather be at peace if he's able to go back to Galileo and live the life he once had. But as we continue, I think it is apparent from the text, despite being torn between both sides, you still rescued us. The inner conflict is proof of your humanity, Stussy. And do as you please. Just find a way to keep on living, says Edison. And she replies, yes, sir. From there on, we get a little bit more of the revolutionaries' reactions, and even someone who was from Lucia, this chick right here. 2 weeks after the flame fragment was stolen, we observed an intense glow emanating from above the kingdom of Leloucia. I later got the news that the entire nation has mysteriously vanished without a trace. Before long, my equipment registered the worldwide earthquakes I mentioned earlier. And this might be my pride as a scientist talking, but I was certain of one fact. only the Mother Flame could supply the immense energy needed to cause this tragedy. And you got a little bit of slideshow of Bellamy the second, third, whatever the fuck his name is, the one that likes to punch shit and can take out a Yonko, basically saying, Lucia's gone? Hurry up and confirm this. This is the first we've heard about it. Continuing from Vegapunk's message, my very own invention was used to power the ancient weapon. And Vegapunk, super fucking apologetic, says, the motives and origins of the perpetrator are a mystery to me, but in the end, it all boils down to one hard truth. I am an accessory to an act of mass murder. I cannot express how remorseful I am for the part of this. I am truly sorry. But this proves my theory is plausible. The disaster that flooded the world was man-made. Vegapunk, it's not your fault, some say. And then you even have a side panel of Momonosuke and Crocodile side by side being, Then Pluton is, and Kirimon's basically going, shh, trying to hush him up as fucking quick as he can. You got the I can't remember her name, but fucking the chick that Luffy saved, basically just question mark, and Lord Momonosuke. Crocodile, basically, they're just looking like, There were once 3 great ancient weapons. From continuing on, we see Poseidon, the ancient weapon, not knowing, but it is said that that Joy Boy attempted to ensure that they would be passed into further generations. That begs the question: why hasn't the world sunken enough? Such ambiguity makes it hard to brand one side just as the other evil. One side just and the other evil. You have Sengoku and the chick that basically makes people into laundry. The day of answering is coming. Consider this a warning. When that time comes, everyone will fear the notion of a sunken world. Continuing on, the Void Century is still an enigma, but there are those who know what happened in its entirety, speaking directly to the Roger Pirates. And you got Akainu pissed as fuck, just basically saying everything you're going to explain everything. Vegapunk. Then we get a little cut shot of Laboon and Crocus. I'm referring to the former members of the Pirate King's crew. Huh? Pirates know how? Why would pirates know the world's secrets? Isn't that dangerous? Says, a few people from Long Arm Island, whatever the fuck they're called. And you got York over here saying, hang on! How is it possible? How could you have known about the stealing of the fragment of the Mother Flame? I cut off my memory synchronization. It shouldn't have been possible. Not only that, but I know for a fact you're a terrible liar and a lousy actor. You were genuinely surprised, right? York. This was all your doing, says Vegapunk. And then she says, you got news about Leloucia and took readings. Smart man. What does this mean when the timeline doesn't add up? You must have known the government plans, otherwise you wouldn't have done all this. You wouldn't have hidden the broadcast snail. And then we see the dude eating the sandworm motherfucker eating some more of the Cyberpole people. Continuing on, you have York telling the elders, Elders, I worked where the broadcast snail is. Are you certain? Ethan, Jupiter, and Vinisturo, without a doubt. I'm a Vegapunk too. The snail is in the Fabrio Stratton. The Iron Giant is guarding it. Nothing's working. And you got Marines just blasting this shit to high hell. It's not fucking doing shit. And he's just there like, bring it, bitch. Oh, shit. And for the final panel of the day, we have Vegapunk. I'm sure they knew our entire lost history, so why? Why would they just fade away without telling a soul? Why didn't they act? Rei-san. You have Rayleigh and I believe his girlfriend, I would say. Haven't you had enough booze? You rarely get this wasted. Rayleigh, I'm old and washed up now. Just like Vegapunk here, blabbering old geezer who's already said too much, and don't be an ass and take it away from the youngsters. The thrill of theirs is to seek now. Right, Roger? Says Rayleigh. End of chapter. Ooh! I'm telling you. Fucking hell. Oda brought quite a bit of answers, but so many questions to be answered in this fucking chapter. Ooh! I know for a fact the Gorosei are pissed. Imu is over there just and the rest of Roger's crew is just like, man, I didn't know how to fucking answer this shit. It was too much, right? In all honesty, when it comes down to it, I feel like for the Roger crew, obviously with the fact that Roger was dying, they didn't really know about that soon after he passed away because he did get executed. I don't think they really knew how to approach the situation, right? And yes, they were powerful, they were strong, but it just left them with such a hole in their heart. I don't think they were able to act on such a motive. And now you have someone like Luffy, who is an inspiring son to so many people, having brought so many people out of the dark, inspiring them to be able to do things for their country, their island, whatever, and prosper when before they were in suffrage. And then you also have Shanks and Buggy, who have definitely made a name for themselves in the new era. It just has to go to say that this was probably a deliberate plan on Roger as well. Because after he went to Laptail, he was just bawling, laughing, everybody LOL, right? Just, I think for a reason, right? All I gotta say is, this chapter still leaves plenty of questions to be answered for the Straw Hats. And Oda, you are a fucking G at being able to just express and show the amount of weight that this carries. So, with that being said, let me know what y'all think. I'm Shinigami signing out. You have a good morning, good evening, and good night. And catch y'all later. Bye.